Okay, so we just fixed the delay issue. I don't. We probably don't need to. Yeah, we don't need to go back through the intros, but yeah, we have Danger Platypus and 5 flankers, 0 anchors, and we're ready to start. What are the map bans? I do not have them. Yeah, so we're on Villa. It'll show what maps they banned on each side. But yeah, we're going to
I
Villa.
love me some Villa. Everyone I play with or everyone I talk to seems to hate Villa. I love Villa. God.
Back off that idea though might be the idea that not too many fans of Villa because of the idea that it is the same thing over and over again on a lot of the attacks, but that just means that a lot of the like stronger cohesive teams really shine through with their teamwork and their mechanics rather than just individual play.
Yeah.
I've been taught scare tactics on that map. That's that's like quite literally one of the main reasons why I like that map.
Mm.
In quite literal sense. You throw that Elamine out on that window. I'm not gonna say what window because I don't want people who know, people who know. You know, I don't want
Yeah.
anybody to catch on because I might do it in the league, but
Not against my team.
no, because I don't do it against people. I'll throw it out there, but that's why again, that's like two reasons it's scare tactics. One, because scare. Two, because you get fucking scared when the fucking mine goes off and you come up that rappel.
Yeah. I believe this is our second game of Villa this season, if I'm correct. I think there was one last week. But yeah, we're ready to go as soon as the teams are, so we can get into operator bans here. Okay.
Get into it.
Yeah.
Should be a fun match.
So, any predictions from the cast here?
I'm biased towards 5 flankers. I have a good friend of mine on 5 flankers, so I'm gonna say 5 flankers.
Okay.
I just I don't know. They're starting on defense, and I got a good feeling about it.
In
KKM.
the same vein, I'm also biased towards Danger Platypus because of my old teammate Simon Swinger right there. I gotta give it up to him. He's got major props on the sticks there.
A little
I
rivalry
did.
in the casting booth.
Yeah, I did sub in for Danger Platypus's last game, but I'm actually going to go on flankers for this game. And right off the bat, we see two of probably the most common bans on attack nowadays are Nook and Dokkaebi. And then we get the Mira, which is very common for this map.
Yes, sir. Get rid of that AVG Mira.
Yep, and Solus as well. Pretty solid bans all around, what we would expect from a Villa. Though we do have the Azami on the board, so we can get some interesting setups, extensions into rooms that normally wouldn't be extended to.
If people get a bit freaky.
Yeah.
Freaky with the Azami.
Yeah.
Not too freaky though.
Yeah, keep it classy, teams. Not
PG.
too freaky. Yeah.
And right off the bat, we're seeing Marks pull out the castle, so we should be seeing some extensions, maybe blocking off cut-off windows like Boar Window or Skull Window, so that the roamers can play off more aggressively. And they're starting in Trophy. No, they're starting Kitchen. Okay.
It's like people. It is a tertiary site for most, but I enjoy playing Kitchen. You extend into the memo. You get your players upstairs.
Yeah. You can even extend it horizontally if you want. Play for retakes. Very strong site. It's a little bit harder to play and coordinate, but I mean, hey, these are BroLeague teams, so anything can happen.
Yeah.
I've lost audio.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay.
It's back.
Yeah, and already we're seeing 3 of the attackers swap characters with the attacker repick. We're seeing the fuse picked out for this kitchen attack.
I'm interested to see what happens with this fuse. Are they gonna? They're doing the overpush. That's,
Yep.
I'm curious on whether or not that fuse is gonna pick somebody up.
Yeah, and it looks like Danger Platypus is just starting to get set up. Their drones aren't in. They have some pre-placed drones. They're not droning out of the building yet. They're just getting up to the balconies, setting up for this entry point.
It actually looks like I was wrong. I don't think they are doing overpush.
No, they just spawned over there. But they see a player is on cams right now, crouched. If they try to enter, they could get the free kill. But Marks realizes and gets off for cam.
Harm and Mitra near each other.
Yep. And is that Fuse or Ace just entered into closet? While the sledge is here on Boar window, trying to digress. Oh, a big impact grenade coming out from, I believe that's Baby Merchant. Doing a lot of damage to Messi and Bacon.
I don't think he knows the fuse is there. If he swings this and fuse pushes, Good. Oh,
yeah.
Got
Parm?
2 in closet now.
Yeah, Parm picked up a kill on the other side of the map, but gets
There goes Baby.
Yeah, Baby traded out. Yeah, and this is... It's statue and trophy control for the attackers here. Valk is playing below, looking for a C4 likely, while Parm is waiting for the retake upstairs. And they only have a minute left in the round to set up for this execute, so the attack needs to be moving. Start opening up that vertical with Flores, Ace, and Fuse, but Fuse gets shut down with the C4, and that's a big C4 by Dancer. Now the defense can play around site all they want, and they don't have to play for the retake. But Parm is creeping up 90, trying to find that opening. He might be able to catch the red stairs player right here. I believe that is Ace on red stairs. Yes, it is. And we see Platypus is going for a 2-1 split. Ace gets a big kill into demo. Yeah, but that's not the only player there, as he finds out.
Gets the refrag.
Yeah, and now Fancy is trying to push in. Gets
There
the refrag
goes
on
Altair.
Yep. And Nomad killed trying to enter China. Traded out by
Altair.
Fancy.
Oh my god, is he gonna do it? Is Altair gonna finish out the round?
He could. He doesn't have Kit, so this is a big play right here by the Oryx. He's watching Kit.
Oh, he's gonna
either go for the kill. No time to get the plant down.
That was a very close round. Altair almost fucking clutching up like a big boy. Put on his big boy pants. Almost. I mean, got them halfway on, and then the round ended.
Yeah, and that was a big play by Parm, right? Parm was the Oryx.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Parm clutching it out. Didn't need to take the fight. Realized that. Ran away as soon as the contest came in, and Kit was still down on the ground.
So really good time waste too by the defense there. They got they finally lit up control around the minute mark. So that's just a lot of time just chewed and eaten off the clock for the offense to actually set up their attack there.
Yeah, and with the opening kill coming out on the sledge on Boar window, there was really nothing the attack could do once they got control upstairs. All they had was breach charges, and they had to cover their flanks with only a minute left.
And not to mention, there was also a ton of information that the defense had to play around with. Like, Parm was pretty much free in 90. You had Valk cams still set up in a lot of the master areas, so they still knew where all the attackers were at all times. That led to that C4 kill on Fuse and things like that. So just really good, solid defense there.
Yeah. And I like this adaptation by Platypus. They're picking the IQ here. IQ is legal again to be played as of this play week. Starting last week, because of her bug on Solus was fixed. I don't know about the Warden bug, but yeah, I like seeing that come out when they know the Valkyrie is a problem.
I'm gonna assume it's fixed, just because of that hot fix recently, because of the hotfix again adding the fun event mode that we couldn't play on stream.
Yeah.
Um. Like I said, I'd like to think she is. I mean, maybe that fixed it. I don't know.
Yeah, it probably is fixed. And we're seeing a heavy study pressure coming out here by Danger Platypus. They're droning out below, trying to get an entry on the main stairs at the same time. And they're gonna walk up and try to get Baby Merchant off of this top main shield that he is defending with the Wumitis.
Bacon Lord struggling to open the window there for a second.
Yeah, and they're trying to break the Wumitis from below, but that is actually the fireplace. You have to push into lobby to try and take those out. So we'll see what Platypus does here. Simon taking up ground and reading. They have full underneath control. So maybe these nades can come out. Simon looking to nade towards bar. Gets the nade off, but
nobody's dead. Sorry.
Yeah, no one's there. There's still the player top main, I believe. Or not, no, they gave up top main. Merchant's back in sight. And now the attack has full control of top main into study, but they still have to be careful of these headholes. Yeah, there is 90 control from the defense. Little bit of a hole opening up onto bar. Attack doesn't have too much ground yet because study headholes are still there. They can't just walk in for free.
So they did end up pushing on the 90 window. We'll see if the IQ pushes the Valk off of 90.
Yeah, and the defense is playing this really well, stalling out, pulling back just outside of sight. Now Mark's retaking ground inside of AV to play the headholes and the door. But they're all playing back, covering the entry points, and there's 30 seconds for the attack, so they have to push in and take a gunfight.
It is going to be very chaotic here in a minute.
And Fancy is allowed to open up that AV wall. What gets
picked by Marks.
out. Yep, traded out. That's 2 picks for the defense, 3, 4 picks, and now it's just Simon in 1v4.
What a chaotic end of the round.
Chaotic, but really well done by the defense there.
Yes, very well done by defense. You got that opening pick by Marks. They refragged almost immediately, and then things just cascaded from there. Like a butterfly effect. Defense just was too strong. They didn't back down. Like that one, I think it's Tom Petty song. Won't back down.
I know the song from Barnyard.
I don't know. Yeah, that's the song I know from too.
Yeah.
That's the movie I know from. I said that's the song I know from too, but that is the movie I know it from too.
Yeah. But yeah, the attack, they took underneath really quickly, but then they all tried to push from main stairs side, and there was no cutoff pressure. So the defense was just able to play back and cover the entry points for free. But we're going to the third site for 5 flankers. They're playing a shield close on the head holes to contest closet. That's an interesting thing. I haven't seen that done before, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I like that idea there. Normally you throw that shield there over by the master door and contest both the windows and the closet through that walk-in. But that should be a really interesting idea. I'm wondering how this will pan out.
Yeah, and they also have Hoi Hoi over here on the castle extending over to AVG. Barring the, or castling the classical door into bar, that gives them a little bit more room to play, as long as they can still hold on to 90, which they have blocked off the window of as well. So this looks like a pretty solid roam setup. And the attack is ignoring it, going straight for sight. So we'll see how... So Platypus...
I love a direct push.
Yeah. Platypus here, they're going to try to get this wall. They're entering the IQ below. And they're going to try to take some control, opening that wall and hitting sight direct. Get the Jackal in below. So split clear by him and the IQ. And now they're going to open up vert. On the other side, we see Flankers still extending pretty heavily with a 90 player and a AV player.
I wonder if
But
they'll
they,
get called back once they realize it's just a direct push, or if they're just gonna keep their players, keep map
They
control.
yeah, they should be called back to top red pretty soon here. Holding 90 is still good, but at least one of them should be falling back.
I believe that was 0. We just topped in bathroom.
But since they are not falling back, they might get a kill here onto Fancy, who is rotating around to the main stairs. And now it's just a standoff on site. Platypus Platypus not sure where to enter. And that's
Getting picked by Danzer and Baby right after, following it up.
Yeah, and that's the Jackal and the Yana. Now no more nades, and almost no health left for Platypus as Bacon gets taken out, and Mitra is on about 20 health. So now it's just Simon below red, and Mitra who is stuck in closet, trying to make something happen.
He pushes up main. He's gonna have a bad experience if their players are still over there. They may have fallen off. Baby has fallen off where Danzer is playing. I have no idea. Oh, there's Danzer. Nope.
And yeah, and
Baby
a flawless
and
round.
Danzer. Wow. The two big boys, my favorite people. I love Danzer. I know that man. Known him for a couple years now. He is probably someone who I've learned some silly Valk cam placements from. One of the multiple people who I trust for Valk cam placements. Love that guy.
Yeah. Deadly with the MPX2 there. Like, I don't know if Dancer got any kills there, but
he got 2.
Chunked down. Oh, he got 2? Okay.
Yeah.
But it was just consistent throughout the round. A lot of chunking, bringing them down to almost like 10 HP each on a lot of attackers. So really good things there. It kind of felt like the attack there didn't really know what to do once they got into those key areas of Master and Bathroom. Because it felt like they were like made the call to like, okay, let's get the roamers off site in the middle of it. So it looked a little interesting.
But what that really comes back to is the patience showed by the defense. They're not trying to be super aggressive because they know that if they sit back and play all 5 people in this net that they've set up of crossfires, then the attack can't get into sight.
Oh yeah.
So they played it really well. And we're rotating all the way back down to kitchen for the 4th round. See if 5 flankers can keep this going on their defense. Pick up another round, maybe all 3.
They seem to be entering flow state. They're really enjoying playing together right now. It seems they're having a good time. They're being cohesive. They're not letting anything pass. They're just sitting there like Gandalf. You shall not pass. You know, they're having a good time right now, and you can tell.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, fun siege is good siege.
Yep, and we're seeing another direct site take. They're trying to push in, maybe rush into this pantry, but they get seen out by the beeper, and a trade on the other side of the map as Lion goes down for castle.
Let's see if this pantry push works out.
And the bike push on the split did not work out as two or three of the players have died over near bikes.
Simon taking down almost 1 health by that nitro.
Yeah, and Parm just falls back down the hatch after getting a kill, and Jackal wasn't there to catch the rotate. Now we're seeing a contest between and that's Parm getting Simon on that bike window, and now it's just Fancy pushing into China.
You know where he is too, because he hit the Capcan trap.
Yep. And he's just gonna fall back. I don't know if he's gonna go for this round or not. They could just sit it out and try to figure out what they want to do on the next round. Because a 1v4 isn't too easy to do.
To be fair, if anyone's gonna do it, it would be a Jackal. He's got that intel.
Yeah, it could be. But I don't think he's gonna see the feed of this Capcan, because he's been standing in the same spot forever. Ooh. But he swings out. And that's 1 pick. Fancy needs 3 more. And he misses the shot onto Hoi Hoi, but he's still alive.
Seems like he's going library.
Yeah, he's got a whole minute left, so he can rotate around and find another angle to push sight from. We'll just...
Merchant coming down Astro Stairs.
He's got to be really wary, though, of those Capcan traps. He's already on that 1 HP. If he hits one more, that's kaputs.
Yeah, and he shot out that Valk camera on the bike here in Mudroom, so the defense knows exactly where he is now. Yep, and there's Merchant to swing.
What a good position by Merchant. That's hard to contest, really. Plus, he didn't know he was there. No idea he was there.
Yeah, and if Fancy pushed out, he'd just be looking at China. There's no way he would have swung close left to try and find the Malusi standing there.
Limited time, limited thoughts. You're not thinking about something like that when you got to push sight. At least I don't. I die a lot.
Yeah, and we're seeing nearly the same setup coming out here from 5 flankers. They're just swapping that castle to the smoke as they did last time on this top floor site of AVG. So it's going to play out very similarly. Platypus has to come up with another way to clear out the map and get these cutoffs set up.
I think another really good change that the attack has been making, that they've slowly been pivoting towards, is that Flores pick. Trying to get rid of all those shields. It worked pretty well on that first attack. It just got split up at the end there. Simon chose once more.
Yeah, getting those shields, these Malusi webs out of the way is really good work for Flores to do. But we do have the mute on the board trying to cut that off, as we saw him put a mute jammer for the shield on top main. It might not block the entire shield, but it could still waste enough time, or even an extra Flores drone if they don't check for it. And is that bar wall soft? I didn't get a good look at it. No, it's reinforced on the other side. Yeah. Okay, so... Yeah. Same setup coming out here by 5 flankers, and we're seeing a very similar push from Danger Platypus. This was the closest site for them, I would say. Oh no, the kitchen was the first time, because I was a 1v1. But a big C4 right dancer. Here's the repel and just lets it fly.
That's some heads-up play right there. Yeah.
And the Yana drone getting info that Wamai is standing on top main stairs. So they have to find a way to deal with him, as he's standing on bricks right now. He can't be naded below until he falls back.
He's starting to stagnate after that open pick.
Yeah, the attack not really sure where to go from here. They're still just grouped up around that main door and study.
Defenders are looking around like, where is everybody? What's going on? Like, here to play a match.
The drone spots out the Valkyrie below, so they know they're not being let to walk in below for free. But they also don't know that Mute, I believe, is standing in... Yeah, that's Mute, standing in piano, watching for the bottom main and bottom red push.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they completely got information on that side. They definitely know where that Valk is and droned her out, but I don't know if they fully see this Mute. Oh, this could be punishing.
Yeah, and Valk was able to run away for free, and that's a free pick by the Mute, because he just swung. And no one there for the refrag in time. And now it's just Nomad and Flores going around to clear out Mute, but he's already up red. No, he's in the 90 corridor of red right now. And that's Z-Hall. And he's about to get Flores. He got Flores as well, and now Nomad.
Will he get Simon? Oh.
No, he doesn't get Simon.
Simon getting the refrag.
And now Simon's in a 1v4 again. Or, no, it wasn't Simon last time, was it?
It was Simon.
I think it
might have been.
What was Simon?
Whoever was on Jackal.
Yeah,
it was Fancy.
I think that was Fancy.
It was Fancy, yeah. Okay, and that's 5 rounds on the side of 5 flankers, 0 anchors. not really living up to their name. Well, I mean, that round they definitely lived up to their name with the flanking, but they have been anchoring pretty heavily on this map.
Yeah, they have, but the work of the roamers on that round was incredible. You had the mute and the Valkyrie both running around causing a muck on that first floor, and they really just couldn't get a beat on it. It was really good work, again, by the defense, being fluid and trying to move around where they see the pressure.
Yeah. And Danger Platypus now has to figure out how to get at least one, or at least this last round. Otherwise, they're not looking too good going into their defensive side.
Because then the pressure's on to them, and they are gonna have to perform, or it's over.
Yeah.
Not to toot my own horn or anything, but I've definitely seen a reverse sweep on Villa before. Might have been a nice, Vivid Polar team that's done that.
Who was the team that lost against that? Was that Puppies and Kittens?
I think it was Puppies and Kittens, yeah.
I don't remember. I remember Amber talking about something like that.
No,
so it might have been PNK.
We were kind of on the ropes there for a bit, and then just reverse sweep. So it's happened. It happens. Who knows?
Yeah. You can never count someone out.
Yeah, definitely could happen. And Danger Platypus did look good last week. But they did have 2 roster changes, and last week they had 2 subs. So, not sure how this team is going to do with those 2 new additions.
They might just be feeling themselves out now. This just might be a game for them to figure out what everyone wants to do. I know my team did some soul searching after our first game. We have become more coherent ever since, and because I didn't play with them their last game, they won.
Yeah, and they definitely have 3 more games after this one to figure themselves out, try and get going, and they will still have a shot at the major later. But an opening pick coming out onto Baby Merchant. I didn't catch who got the kill. And that's good groundwork done by Danger Platypus, as they've cleared out the south side of the building now and can start rotating players below or out onto Master and try to open that wall up. And Mitra's already in position for that wall as the rest of the attackers start burning these gates to pressure site.
Yeah, I believe it was Fancy Sun that picked up the kill there. Very, very good work, very good aggression by the attackers here to get all that control. As I say that, traded it away. Farm picks up 1, picks up 2.
No, Fancy.
Ooh.
Caught him looking the wrong direction. And but Simon catches Parm looking the wrong direction.
Yeah. And Bacon killed out from the boost on Deer, peeking over the B chassis. As Danzer gets lit up, he's about to die from a nade. Gets picked up. And Sledge just allowed to walk in. Yeah, this is a really solid round. But they do have information on site. No C4 left by Mute. Yeah. And that's the pickup by Simon. Simon on his quad kill trying to pick up the first round for Danger. But Hoi Hoi just sitting in a corner waiting for something to happen. They see the plant going down, they have information on it. And he wins the gunfight.
What a round.
Yeah. Hoi Hoi in these 1vx situations has been going pretty well. Like in their last game, I believe he dropped 18, tying the kill record against another player on the other team that game.
Sheesh.
Or setting the kill record for this season at 18.
All right.
That was a very close match.
This guy called Falame going absolutely nuclear on this chalet match earlier this season. That was fun. He almost made it. Very close.
I only got 17. But yeah.
Very close.
Hoi Hoi and I would have to look back up who the other name was, tying for 18 kills on the same map during the first week of BroLeague Season 4.
So I would like to say I'm sorry for cutting you off a lot. First cast.
No, that's good.
I got jitters,
That's
man.
good.
I got jitters, man.
No, I am talking a lot, so if either of you want to say stuff, just feel free to cut in. But yeah, we see the AVG start here by Danger Platypus not going the same rotation that 5 Flankers did, as 5 Flankers started on the kitchen site. And they're stuck in a position where they have to win all 6 of their defenses, just like 5 Flankers did. So this is not looking too good for Platypus, but as McKinley said before, Vivid Polar did it before. Yeah, on this map, so it can happen.
Doable and winnable is what I would say.
Yeah. And we're seeing a good roam here by Fancy Sun on the Vigil, trying to find out where these drones are. If you don't know, when your Vigil gadget is active, you can actually see the effect around the screen grows in size the closer you are to a drone, so you can actually use it to find where the attacker's drones are.
Is that new? Or has that always been?
No, that's always been a thing, just most people don't notice it.
Wow.
I learned that from a Bolo video.
Thanks, Bolo.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bolo.
And we're seeing another direct take coming out here by 5 Flankers this time. Not Danger Platypus on the attack, but doing very similar things.
Somebody
however,
on 90 window. They,
Yeah.
I believe Danger Platypus waited late into some rounds to put somebody on 90 window, but right now we have somebody starting off on 90 window.
Well, last time the 90 window player was the first dead from a C4 by Valkyrie. I believe
And
that
they
was
have
Palm.
2 claymores.
Double claymore. There it is.
Oh, and the bar wall is opened up already. No one's shooting it off through the head holes. So Flankers is in a good spot here. They cut off the entire site, basically, once they get control of Study. And now it's top main control of the Ash, a baby merchant.
I did not realize either that their defense had brought no wall denial, so that is part of why that wall is currently open.
Yeah. No, wall denial is not
Everything. It's not
Yeah,
end
it's
all
not-
be all.
Yeah. And that's a good flank watch here by Parm. Watching for that Vigil coming up through Piano Z Hall. And good drone work on site as they take Study and try to contest. Jaeger just pushing out too far and Merchant catching him off. And now he gets the knife.
Oh no!
And is this going to be our first 7-0 of the season? Very well could be, as Mitra and Messi have to clutch it out now. But that's entire site control given up except for Vault. That's one pick, traded out. Now it's just Mitra on Skull. Doesn't get the pick. Planter rotates. And that's a 7-0.
What a game.
There it is.
Yeah.
Man, just rock solid defense. Great one attack round, like just really good team play all around from 5 Flankers there, 0 attackers.
0 anchors.
Oh, zero attackers. No, yeah, zero anchors.
Yeah. I
wouldn't.
anchors.
Don't take anything away from Danger Platypus though, because they played very well, especially given the situation of switching out between 2 new players. You know, you got to get that cohesion in, and you know, this is just the first road bump of Benny, right? That's just how it's gonna go. But they played very well. Had a couple of close rounds there that could have gone really either way.
Yeah, and yeah, especially they played their first week with 2 subs. The people that were subbed out got replaced because of issues outside of the league. So yeah, they weren't in too good of a spot, having just brand new players. Not really much time to start setting up how they want to play. But 5 Flankers, they looked very solid and had great coordination and patience when it came to their defenses.
Yeah, I didn't think we were gonna see such a one-sided game today, even though, like you said, KKM, that they had the 2 players that they had brought in because, sorry, they had 2 players that they had brought in because, you know, people leaving the league and whatnot, and it's rough. You can't always win those. I remember my first season in Bro League. Um, I played 3 games at the end of the season with Cosmic Nomads, and our first game was very rough. We had me, a new person, didn't know what anybody really wanted me to do, and I would like to say though our last 2 games of that season were very nice games, and I enjoyed playing
Yeah.
those games.
Yeah, and some of the best teams from Bro League in previous seasons start off slow in those first couple weeks, but then pick it up once they figure out how to play together.
Yeah.
So nothing to worry about from Danger Platypus. They still have a good chance of getting to the major, um, as we do have the play-in format, I believe, which will come up after each team plays each other once in their groups. But yeah, that is all for today's match. I believe the next match scheduled is going to be on Tuesday. That's going to be my team Muted versus Eos Aute.
Tune in for
So
more of me.
yeah,
Me and Hobbs.
yeah, you and Hobbs, and that's going to be at 7 Central on Tuesday. So yeah, be sure to come back and watch that. But yeah, that's all for today. Flankers taking it 7-0 over the Platypus.
It was a fun game to watch and cast.
Yeah.
Never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment.
Yeah. Okay.